What is this thing and how do you use it? Well, in today's video, I'm gonna show you two of my favorite exercises for what is called a yoga wheel. Okay, if you have a yoga wheel, you probably know of some exercises or you've looked some up in the past. And if you don't have a yoga wheel, this video is just to show you how versatile these can be and hopefully encourage you to order one too. At the end of this video, I'm going to quickly show you where you can get one of these from for a really affordable price. So make sure you watch right to the end so you can get yourself one too. Now, what are these things? Well, they are known as a yoga wheel, but they do so much more than just yoga. So from a seated position on our wheel, I'm going to take you through one exercise, but 4 or 5 different variations, or should we say advancements to this exercise. So from that seated position, you're going to walk your feet out. Don't be afraid. The wheel won't go anywhere. And we're going to start by, I call this one making sounds. So you're just simply going to roll it up and down your spine using your legs to hold yourself up. And just get out any of those Rice Krispies, I call it, the snap, crackles, and pops that may come. Totally safe to do so, free chiropractic, can we call it? And then you're going to find where the wheel sits in your middle back. This is one area of the body that we tend to overstretch one way when we're going forward, but we don't spend enough time in extension. And extension in the thoracic spine or rib cage is really quite important, as that area hosts our lungs and we need to be able to expand and contract on demand, moving and bending. And when this area of the body becomes constricted and doesn't bend backwards, the lower back and the neck tend to do a little bit more than they should, and sometimes we can injure ourselves. So enough talking, more moving. So from here, you're just going to lay your head back onto the wheel and open up the arms if you can, and just rolling back and forth and getting used to that extension in the spine, but your head is rested nicely on the wheel. You're supported in that aspect. And then the next level, that's level 1. Nice and simple. The next level, if and when you feel ready for it, I better move my hair out of the way, is to grab the wheel with your arms, just underneath your head, and then you're going to roll back and see how far back you can go. Maybe you can get your elbows on the ground, or maybe you're not quite ready. And if you're kind of in between and you're rolling back and you're feeling a stretch, but you can't quite get to the floor, go ahead and place your hands on the ground. Now your third level, as I had described, is to see if maybe you can get your elbows to the floor. Now you can see I'm quite extended. I'm feeling quite a stretch through my ab muscles. I'm supporting my lower back by digging my legs into the ground, and I'm breathing very deeply. I'm not feeling any pain in my back. I'm feeling a stretch in the front of my body. So that's very important. We don't want any pain. We want to stop at the level where it's just a stretch. Now to move into the last one, which again, full disclosure, I can't quite do it yet, would be to do a double fold. So now I'm bringing my legs underneath me and I'm reaching back to grab the wheel. And some people, not this people, can get their elbows on the floor. So again, it's a fun goal for me, but it's not, I'm just not there yet. That's okay. Maybe you are. Are you? If so, drop it in the comments. What level are you at? Now, I know that might have looked a little bit scary to some of you, but if you look at the curve of the yoga wheel, it is designed to safely support your spine. Pain is always your measure, so if you're feeling any pain or pinching, that's why I say back off, and sometimes we just have to mobilize a little bit more or expand a little bit more in baby steps to get to that point. But in your lower back especially, the way this is rounded, unlike say a foam roller, it would support your spine and stop any extension injuries, or hopefully stop those extension injuries that can come from that deep back bend that we don't really want in the lower back, because it can damage what's called our facet joints. So the next exercise we're gonna come all the way up to standing, and you're gonna take your wheel with you. So So this next exercise does require a little bit of balance. So feel free to use a wall, a chair, something around you just for support. Because in this exercise, we're very specifically going to be targeting the glutes and the balance of our body. So this isn't about how low we can go, how fast we can go. It's all about perfection and alignment and exactly how it looks. So we're gonna come at this from a few different angles today, and I'll explain as we go. So to get started here, like I said, use a wall, chair, something for support. You're gonna step in front of your wheel and you're gonna place the top of your other foot onto the wheel and push it back to a comfortable distance. Now, all of our weight here is going to stay on that front leg. As we drive backwards, notice how my knee did not go forward over my ankle. It is directly over my ankle the entire time. I'm in a deep lunge here. The wheel went back with my back leg, and as I exhale, I'm gonna squeeze and scissor my legs together, squeezing the front glute. And then inhale as I come back down, really focusing on stretching that back leg back, putting all the weight on my front leg and squeezing and scissoring. By scissoring, I mean use your back leg too. Push the top of your foot into the wheel. We're gonna do that one more time on this side, but I wanna encourage you to do as many as you can on both sides. And exhale, squeeze back up again. Just to keep this video short, I'm gonna move to the other side, but I want you to keep practicing that side. Taking the wheel down, finding my balance support if needed. And knee stays over top of my ankle as I shoot the wheel back, nice, slow and controlled. What you can't see so far, as I exhale back up, is that I'm also keeping my knee and my hip stacked in front. I'm not allowing my knee to drop inward or outward. I'm keeping my hip in line with my knee, and everything is nice and straight. So from the side view, as you can see here, my knee is basically not even moving. It's just hinging back. My ankle's barely moving. And then squeezing back up. And then of course, from the front view, we're stopping any wiggling, wobbling through the knee. We're trying to keep everything stacked in a line, and that's the most important part of this exercise. So one exercise I showed you today was to mobilize the spine, especially in an extended state, and one was to strengthen the glutes, but both work very well together to counteract basically life. Now that was just two of probably hundreds of exercises that you can do on this fancy little versatile yoga tool known as the yoga wheel. Now if you've watched this far, you probably have one, but if you're watching and you still don't have one and you want to know where to get one, I have a link down in the description to my Amazon store, and that's where I actually got this exact one and where I bought all of them for my yoga studio. They're very affordable. They come in 3 or 4 different sizes, lots of different colors and looks, and if you have Amazon Prime, it'll come quickly to you in a couple days. I highly recommend everybody have one of these in their house. There's so much you can do with it. You can use it for almost every single application, and I do plan to do more videos if you would like to see them on all the fun little exercises that you can do on here. So to make sure you don't miss those videos, please make sure you are subscribed. If you have any other content ideas or any questions for me at all, please go ahead and drop it down in the comments. Of course, you can always head over to my Instagram page under the same name, Natalie Heals, and you can shoot me a private message. Have a wonderful day and happy wheeling.